Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point Click Podcast. Our salesman.
We pretend people care about our opinions. We pretend people care about our opinions.
There's just a couple of good guys, virtue signaling their life away.
It smelled like wet dog. We pretend people care about our opinions. We pretend people care about our opinions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point Click Podcast. There's just a couple of good guys, virtue signaling their life away. So stay woke, stay fresh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point and Click Podcast. My name is John the Wise, and I have with me Czar Salesman.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We are back again with some video game news, stuff that is happening in the world of video games. Czar, how you been?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. How you doing?
Good, man. Been addicted to that Ape Sex Legends.
I've seen that. 11 inches.
Dude, I made one of my titles like 1,000 kills, 10,000
1,000 wins.
Yeah. And 11 because I see a lot of people like that's their title for
So you were memeing it.
The thing is, I've realized that a lot of people have come from Fortnite, and I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to play with the player base that is Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot of brain dead fucking kids, dude. A lot of brain dead kids that suck at video games. Alright, so usually when I play, I always get the worst fucking teammates, dude. Like, they're so bad, dude. And even when when we win, like, we win a game, we don't really feel like we did anything that amazing. Cause,
They're just like, we made it.
like, they were too easy. All the fights were easy. Like, everybody was bad. I know I'm not even that good because there's motherfuckers like Drizzy out there.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, did you see that guy's fucking banner?
No, I didn't see his banner.
His banner's like 5,000 kills, 1 million damage, and like hundreds of games won.
How do you just...
How
are you that much better than literally everybody else on the planet?
I don't know, man. It has to be like some autistic fucking disease.
Easy, boy.
It's a disease. It has to be. There's no way. You can't be that good. There's no way. You're not just born that way.
Impossible.
Or I mean, you don't train. You're born that way. That's what I mean. So anything new with you, bruh?
Not
No,
shit.
Nada.
I played Battle Right last night and today.
Yeah, someone was like, Czar's playing Battle Right? And I'm like, dude, he always tries to hawk that shit, that snake oil.
The game is amazing. It's an amazing game. It's sad that it died, but I mean, SLS just doesn't know how to keep a game alive.
Well, they also made their fucking Battle Royale, like, you have to buy it.
They killed it. Well, it's going free to play now.
Now
but
it is.
I mean, that killed Battle Right.
Yeah.
It killed it.
Yeah.
And people that were playing Battle Right hardcore and people in the professional scene were saying the same thing. They said, this is just going to split the player base and kill the game.
Yeah.
And it did.
Yep.
Like almost instantaneously, it killed the game.
They made it a standalone
The game
thing.
averages 1,000 players.
Ugh, that's rough.
I have to sit in queue for 3 minutes. I queued for like 5 games in a row because the game kept closing out because people weren't connecting. Like they had sat there for so long.
Yeah, that's the thing about Battle Right. Like, it was sold as, oh, you like the team fighting in MOBAs? Well, this is what it's all about. There's no lanes, there's no buildings, just team fight. And it was fun, it was great, and they had a great offer of giving you all the champions. But then they decided to go that battle royale route and continue developing that, which I kind of understand because at the time they had released the new season and no one gave a fuck. Like it was a big content patch and they didn't gain any players from it. So they're like, let's do something different. What my gripe was that they didn't make their battle royale free to play. So
yeah,
that's
a huge issue, and it's like, I don't know. I guess it's a really good game. It's fun. It's well made. I guess there's just not a big enough market for that game.
Yeah.
Like, I guess people just don't want to play it as much as it's good, but I guess people just don't want to play it.
Yeah.
They'd rather play games with lanes, like League of Legends. Like, if people are playing League, they want to just go play League.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
they want to play Dota.
The team fighting is fun in MOBAs, but I don't think that's the main reason that I would play a MOBA.
And that's the main reason.
Yeah, I like the strategy of like the eventual lead up to the team fight too.
Fuck that shit. Throw me in there, Papa.
Prince is saying Battlerite is produced by Bethesda. I didn't know that.
What? I don't believe you. Is it?
Is it part of that production company? I don't know. We can verify that. But yeah, man. And then, have you seen anything with Anthem? Have you played the new Anthem stuff?
I thought. Have I what?
Anthem, right? Open beta. It's open beta right now, right?
No, it's released. What the fuck are you talking?
Oh my god, it's full release.
The game's out.
What?
The game is out, my friend.
Oh, it is February 22nd. No, February 22nd. It comes out. Yeah,
I thought the game was out.
No, it's open beta. I think to Origin access only.
Here. Is that what it is?
How is BioWare's?
I thought it was out. It's just early access then to people that have Origin access.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Lorgon's playing it.
I've heard from a lot of people.
I know there's people are playing it, so it just must be that people that I'm talking to they pre-ordered or have access, which means they probably just get to play a week early or something.
Did you? A lot of people are saying they don't like it.
I mean, I'm not really surprised.
Yeah. A lot of like YouTubers and stuff like that, people that make content. There was one video of a guy that quit after 6 hours because he's like, this shit's so repetitive. It made me go do this, like, this is the main story quest and I'm bored and like stuff like that. Anthem early access immediately hit with widespread connection issues. There was that too. There was like, it's release bugs and stuff like that. But a lot of people said the content was really lame. And when T tried to sell it to me, he's like, oh, it's cool because you could just like, you grind loot and you kill things in PvE and stuff like that. And I was like, well, that's what I got all that out with Warframe, dude.
Yeah, it's a looter shooter just like any of the others. There's literally nothing special. It feels good. The flying is fun only with a controller. It's trash with mouse and keyboard. I mean, there's nothing really that makes it special compared to Destiny or Warframe.
Yeah.
And so if it doesn't have the really good content, which I don't think it does, it's not going to pull people in because it's just like any of the other ones. So you need the good content there to make people want to play it, right? I played the demo, which had one of the 3 dungeons for endgame. Like there's 3 dungeons in the game right now.
Oh, okay.
One of them was in the demo.
Oh, and so there's 2 dungeons.
And so all you had for endgame content was the dungeons, free roam, and daily quests.
Oh.
And so almost one third of the endgame content was in the demo. And it was just boring. Plain. The boss was boring. Didn't have interesting mechanics.
Yeah.
I mean, the story mission in the game was kind of dumb.
A lot of people are complaining about the story. The lore sucks. The writing is terrible. I don't know, man. It's a bummer.
That's the feeling. That's the feeling I got when I played the demo. The little storyline that was in the demo was really bad. It was like,
which is weird because BioWare is amazing at. Dude, the Mass Effect story's sick. I can't wait till they make a good movie about it.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that everything they're gonna do is gonna be great. I mean, they've had good story writing in their past before.
Yeah,
but they've also had some not great, well written stuff. Like they've done good overall, but
Yeah.
I don't think that they shit gems. Like I feel like they're overrated in my opinion.
Yeah, and the Ty is saying honestly, Division 2 is going to be more worth the money. I don't think Division 2 is that.
I think it will be.
I think it's more worth it than Anthem, but I don't think that means a lot though. It's like
No.
Anthem's a $1 game and Division 2 is a $3 game. So it's like, it's not. That's how I feel about it. I'm not saying the exact number, but I mean it's like not that much better than Anthem. It just looks like Division and a Division expansion is what it looks like.
It is. I mean, it's just like I've said before. I think Digital Extremes is correct when what they say is like these games like Destiny and stuff like that. They do this, Destiny 2 or Division 2, but really, I mean, it's the same game, just update it.
Yeah,
like you're not
new quality of life.
It's a marketing. It's a marketing ploy.
Yeah, like it's calling the new iteration of Diablo when they took out the real money auction house and took out all the, remember, Inferno and all that stuff. You could call that Diablo 3.2, you know what I mean? Or like 2.0, but they didn't. It's just an update. That's all it is. So
yeah. We're talking about specifically, I'm talking about specifically MMO light type games or MMO games. So games like Diablo or single player or story driven games don't really fall in that category that I'm describing as sequels being marketing ploys. Those are actually new separate games. Yeah.
And Ty is saying all those games were similar to the first with some quality of life stuff. Yeah, like we're saying, that's exactly the point we're saying. The calling it Call of Duty or calling it Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 is, I guess, makes a little more sense because it's a single player game and it's like an episodic thing. Like this is the next episode. You know what I mean? But making an MMO and calling it Division 2 is kind of disingenuous because it's the same.
I'll do it this
game.
way. Okay, so it's like this. And PoE has done it similarly. They had, I think what they're doing for like to compete with Diablo 4, what they thought was going to be basically their Path of Exile 4.
Yeah.
But they're not releasing a new game. It's just an update for what's there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it completely changes a lot of the game. Like they're doing a lot of new stuff. Similar to Digital Extremes doing Warframe. They're on like their third or fourth iteration of the game at this point.
And every time
they could have broken it up and marketed it as Warframe 1, 2, and 3.
And there's way more changes in the new Warframe updates than like even some games that
between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2.
Way more, dude. They had like an open world area called the Plains of Eidolon in one of them, where it's like, hey, we're just making a totally new game within our game. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But to call it's just a marketing ploy. That's all it is. It's just to get people to pay $60 again for a new game instead of paying $30 for an expansion or $20 for an expansion. You know what I mean? So
it's marketing. Because we're used to it with how single player games have worked, especially with console release and stuff like that. It makes it easy to do it with these MMO type games. There's nothing necessarily wrong with it. It's just how marketing works, and they can make money on it by basically reselling, by branding it as a new game.
Yeah. But anyway, what I mean with all this, Anthem coming out, Division 2 coming out, the one big monkey wrench in their system was Apex Legends. And we've covered it before, like those are totally different games. I'm not saying that Apex Legends is an MMO or anything like that. But we live in an era now where time is so valuable, and how much time and effort you put into playing a game, the game has to deliver for you. So Apex Legends, while it's not an MMO or anything like that, whenever I want to play video games, that's what I want to play. So Anthem, Division 2, or anything else is on the back burner because the time that I have that I want to spend playing video games, I just want to play that game. And
right. Yeah, everyone has a certain resource that they can spend on video games, whether it be money and time, etc.
Exactly. So that threw like a monkey wrench into everything. So I'm not sure what that'll do for Anthem, which is going to release in like 5 days. I mean, it's pretty much released. If you get Origin Access, it's $10 a month, and you can play it.
You can go play it.
You can play it until next month, and you can cancel. So that's the crazy thing. It's 25 million people playing the game, and a lot of those people are the people that were going to play Anthem or The Division. It's the same kind of people.
Yeah, but they're still gonna play those games.
They will play
Like,
them. They'll try them
There's
out.
certain, yeah. I mean, there's certain people that won't play as much, or maybe won't get it because they're busy with other games.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's always gonna be, the people that are out trying to play looter shooters are gonna play either Anthem or they're gonna play Division 2.
Yeah, exactly. So what I mean is the time that they have to play video games, they're going to spend it playing a game that they want to play. Even though it's not the MMO, you know, that they want. It's not that MMO itch that they have that's being scratched. It's like, this is the only time I have left to play video games. I have 2 hours in the day. I'm just going to play what I think is fun.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it'll hurt. I don't think it's even though Apex is bigger right now, I don't think it'll hurt any sales numbers, but having other games that's free to play, like Apex, if you're into shooters that you can go play instead of, it might hurt player retention.
Yeah, I think
if people get bored, they might be, I'm just going to go play this instead.
That's the thing. I think maybe people will initially buy the game and sales will be good, but the player retention, where they'll be playing it and they'll be like, I don't really want to play this. I'd rather play Apex with my buddy. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the kind of era we're in now, where a game is an investment. Like, it's your investment of time and money. And that's what all these free-to-play games are. It's like, how much time and money am I going to spend into this game and invest? And that's why it was so hard for people to get out of League and play other MOBAs. You know?
Now I want to go play League.
I know. Everybody does. But anyway, yeah, rocky start so far for Anthem, but it hasn't released yet, so we'll see how it goes with that.
Rocky start, but it hasn't released yet.
Nope. Nope.
It'll be interesting. I was concerned about crafting because Largon did say, I guess, some crafting materials are you can purchase them with in-game currency, and that currency is purchasable.
Oh wow! For crafting
However,
mats?
Crafting mats. However, I was looking at it into it a little bit, and it looks like you can't craft legendaries. So I guess that's okay then.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, okay, well, I mean,
the thing is, BioWare made a decent.
If you can't put money into the machine to do stuff with high tier endgame loot, then I guess that's fine with me.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about BioWare is they know how to make a good game, and they even know how to make a good MMO, dude. Star Wars: The Old Republic, it was a great MMO, man. I loved it in its beginning heydays. I played the beta. I played, release, and then they just couldn't sustain it for whatever reason. The content was not, it's whatever MMO stuff. It's like really hard, right. Even Blizzard with their new expansion knows what the fuck we're talking about. It's so hard, even as a giant juggernaut of World of Warcraft, to keep your players playing, So that was a problem with that. But that's why we were all optimistic about Anthem, but, so far the hype is not as high as I thought it would be. We didn't even know it was going to release in 5 days. We didn't know if it was released.
Listen, John, I was never hype about Anthem, and don't you ever imply that again.
Dude.
Okay?
Everyone was hyped about Anthem when they first saw it.
T has been lying to himself to make himself hype.
Yeah.
That's what's been happening.
It's fun. I was hyped for it for a little bit. But anyway, let's start with this news because there's some shit to talk about. There's a lot of shit to talk about. The first thing is Activision Blizzard laid off hundreds of its employees. That happened on last Tuesday. We talked about it happening. The fucked up thing about this story is the CEO of Activision, Bobby Kotick. So what had happened was everybody was waiting for this earnings meeting to happen to find out what the fuck's happening with all their employees. So people were literally in the parking lot just waiting. Jason Schreier said some people were like hugging each other and shit like that, and crying. But they were all just waiting and bracing themselves to see what happens. The CEO of Activision Blizzard starts his meeting by saying, "We've once again had a..." I don't want to fuck up the quote. Once again achieved record results in 2018. Okay? So they did better than they did in 2017. They broke records as far as profits go. And then...
As far as revenue goes.
As far as revenue, yeah. I don't know what exactly that means, but they said...
We don't know the profit margins.
Also, when you're in a meeting like that, aren't you supposed to, like, spice it up and say
You gotta spice it up.
Yeah, like, oh man, we're doing great things. So anyway, he started the meeting saying that, and then immediately after that, he said we're cutting 8% of our staff across the board.
Mm-hmm.
So that means Activision staff, Blizzard staff, King staff, the people that make Candy Crush, and then some other studios, smaller studios that are part of Activision, including High Moon, which I'm not sure who the hell they are, but they probably make indie games. But anyway, that caused about 800 people to lose their jobs, and people were up in arms and upset about it. And we're left here with the aftermath to figure out, are they greedy motherfuckers for saying that they had a record year and laying off employees, or is there more to it? I don't know the ins and outs. Here's how it works. What do you think?
Because it's okay. So yes, they're hitting huge amounts of revenue, but looking at the environment of the market as a whole, big companies like Activision Blizzard, EA, Take-Two, their market value has been going down.
Yeah.
Like a lot. And Activision's market value is low right now.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to invest in if, investors are looking at these big companies, because say, okay, for Activision Blizzard, what's 2019? They have like almost nothing slated for 2019.
Yeah.
So that's predicted market value for 2019 is going to be even lower. Yeah. Predicted revenue for 2019 is going to be even lower, which means less dividends for shareholders, which means less people going to be buying in and putting lots of money in because they know 2019 is not going to be a big year.
So the bottom line is being dropped.
Right. So, yeah, you're like, oh, they brought in a lot of money. Okay, but they also expanded a lot of non-development agencies over the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And so now that's seen as, okay, well, we're kind of wasting money there. We're not putting money and investing in development side as much, which means stuff like now, 2019, we don't really have much slated to encourage market activity with us.
Yeah.
So one thing, they have cut a lot of jobs, but they are planning to, I think, increase their development departments by like 20%. So they're actually hiring more people now. They've laid off a bunch of people, but that's been non-development.
Yeah, they're going
to hire a bunch more developers to start focusing on stuff that can produce value for the company in the marketplace. Where they can start to climb their stocks back up and stuff like that.
As far as we know, as far as Blizzard goes, the people that were laid off were part of the publishing department and the esports department. So we do know that there's only one esport, maybe two, including StarCraft, but Overwatch and StarCraft are the only two that actually potentially have made them money. And I think they're still going on with Overwatch League. I think it's been doing well for them. And everything else has not been doing well. So, any other esports, like HOTS was a big one that they spent money on. They cut that shit out. And then when publishing, as far as publishing goes, I guess they felt like they can publish with, Activision and not have Blizzard publishing department. You know what I mean? So I'm not exactly sure how that works. But they felt like those two were not making them money.
Right.
Those two departments.
And they see it as maybe non-essential, especially when they're like, okay, we've got to
trim the fat.
What increases a company's market value when you're looking at publicly shared companies?
Yeah, I mean,
what they produce.
Yeah.
If they are not producing products of value that people are buying or excited about, then that's going to be less money going into your investment that you're putting in as an investor.
Yeah.
So in order to grow market value and market predictions and stuff like that, they need to be more focused on developing stuff for the market.
Yeah. Yeah, and people are upset because they started looking at the income of Bobby Kotick, like how much does he make a year, and then they were comparing him to Nintendo, where Miyamoto took a salary cut of 50% just to keep the jobs of some of his employees. And it's like, dude, I get that, man. I get that whole thing where you keep your employees' jobs, but I mean, if the esports department is not making them money, and there's a bunch of people there, especially HOTS esports, and they canceled all esports for HOTS, what are those people gonna do? What are they gonna do, man? Like, what are they literally gonna do at their office? What's their job gonna be?
And I mean, I know it's part of the capitalist corporate environment that our system is, but it's like, okay, so the CEO gets paid a shit ton of money because these decisions like this that they're making end up making shareholders lots more money.
Yeah.
Therefore, they allow CEOs to get paid a lot. You know what I mean? That's really what a lot of this ends up boiling down to, is whoever could chase the most money upward gets paid more.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it works.
Yeah, and that whole, like, paying the CFO $15 million and then giving him a salary. Like, dude, this is just corporate par for the course. This is how it goes. Like, you lay off employees, you're the bad guy, you make your money, and you make a shit ton of money. That's how it goes for every fucking corporation. There's some corporations that are not like that, and Mike Morhaime was known as the non-corporate corporate that wouldn't do shit like that would have probably taken a pay cut to keep his job, his employees working and stuff like that. But Activision is not about that life. They're not about that. They're not about giving a shit about the simple man. They're about, making sure the people at the meetings that are their investors and shareholders are happy. That's all they care about.
And to be clear, none of the fucks that complain about this type of stuff, like Jason Schreier or anyone else, is like, this is horrible, people are losing their jobs, this is so sad. None of them care enough to actually do so. Like, they're not going to stop buying these products.
Yeah, exactly.
And the sad thing is, nobody cares enough to stop buying these products, so there's no incentive to stop doing these sort of things.
And also, it's the narrative of, like, the Activision CEOs being these, like, suits that are greedy is so easy to spin. Like, it's already there.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah.
They're not wrong, but that's par for the course in our system.
That's what I'm saying. It's not remarkable. It's not something new.
It's not remarkable. There you go. We're not downplaying it because it's not wrong. It's just that it's not remarkable. This shit happens every day.
Yeah.
In America.
Exactly. But, and then there was another PC Gamer article where they were like, Ubisoft made record year but didn't lay off 800 employees. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's their decision. Did they need to restructure? Do they need to refocus? What's their market value?
Exactly.
You can't. Who owns Ubisoft? Are they independent or are they?
I'm not sure, but
I think they're just independent. They publish too, so
yeah.
I don't know if someone else owns them or not, but
yeah. But anyway, that's that.
You can't be like, oh look, they made money and didn't lay people off. Well, that's not what it's about.
And then 400 Blizzard France employees have been told that 134 positions are being eliminated, but they don't know which ones, and it might take months before they find out. Jesus
fucking Christ!
Yeah,
just go ahead and quit, people. Go find new jobs.
I mean, that's the thing.
You wanna, show these people, value of employees and stuff. Everybody in that office should just go find a new job.
Yeah.
And that, like, with tactics like that, they're like, we're getting rid of 130 positions, but we don't know who it is yet. So everyone watch out for the next couple months because you might be getting fired. Just go find a new job. Everyone in the office.
Bro, when I worked for Disney...
Now they got nobody there.
When I worked for Disney, it was the same thing, dude. Like, I was a video game tester for Disney. They literally, like, when we were about to finish the game, everyone knew it was coming. Like, we finished working on the game, and then I was asking my boss, like, what's the next game? And he's like, well, we don't know yet.
Oh,
and it's
better
like,
start finding a new job.
Well, the game's about to release. Yeah, man. So what are we going to do? Yeah, I don't know. So all these people were like, dude, they didn't even tell us they were going to lay us off. It was obvious because there's nothing.
They don't have to. They're going to try not to because they want to keep the minimum amount of people that they need to keep going for when the next game is. But they can't continuously afford the current staff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. And they need everybody to keep working because the game's not released yet. So they still need you to do your job, even though you know that you're probably going to lose your job. So, like, one by one, people would be called into the office throughout the days, and you're like, fuck, I hope it's not me, but it eventually was you, till, like, 2 people were left in the team, you know?
Yeah.
So, that's just how it goes, and Blizzard's doing the same thing. Those people might even come back. They might go to other companies and... do well. So it's just how the market is, man.
People that worked at Activision Blizzard, I don't think are going to have a hard time finding a job.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what the jobs market is like in those locations, but these are big companies.
Yeah.
Lots of people want to work for these companies, so I imagine having them on your resume doesn't hurt you.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. With them, good luck to all those people. Losing your job sucks. Let's move on to some lighter news. Twitch has banned deadmau5 for hate speech.
Lighter news.
For using a homophobic slur against the stream sniper in PUBG. So what had happened was there was a stream sniper in PUBG. He called the guy a cock-sucking stream sniper. Then he said the F word.
Yeah, he called him. It was because I think it was quoted in a different article. It was a cock-sucking
F word. Yeah.
F word. So the 3-letter one.
Yeah. The homosexual F word.
The homosexual F word.
So then he was banned from Twitch. Then he had this statement where it was kind of like a stream of consciousness statement, you know. It
was a stream of consciousness is the correct way to phrase that.
He just kept typing whatever he was thinking, like stuff like whatever, dude. The internet is just basically full of shit for the most part. He was pretty much saying I'm done with Twitch for banning me because, you know, and labeling me a homophobe just because I had. It's kind of, I gotta get his point.
What he's saying is it basically boils down to using an insult. He's saying that him using that insult to attack an individual is not doing it in a way that disparages a certain group of people.
He's saying that it's
homosexuals.
He's saying it's not fair to call it hate speech because he doesn't hate homosexuals. He was just upset in the moment and wanted to insult somebody. You know, like calling PewDiePie.
He's saying that you could use those sorts of insults without being disparaging towards the group that the insult was originally designed for.
Which philosophically I can maybe agree with him in some cases and stuff like that. Like I can see his point and respect his point and not call him a homophobe. Like I don't think he's a homophobe.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if I'd have to say he's a homophobe, but I think there'd be a difference between saying I can make a joke like that in a group of friends.
Yeah, exactly.
In everyday life, but I wouldn't do it in front of other people because it would just be needlessly offensive, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
So if you're streaming, if you're in that sort of scenario, well, any use of a lot of those offensive terms is going to be seen as disparaging any sort of group. So just avoid it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And also, they're a private company. If they want their philosophy to be this way, and for you to use, you know, if this is their terms of service, this is their terms of service. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's Twitch has a list of no words.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not public.
Exactly.
Because they don't want to be bound to anything, but they got a list of no words. Everybody knows that that's on the list of no words.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not a surprise to anybody but deadmau5. And this
but
whole
apparently
thing,
him who's thinking that it's just I can't insult people.
Yeah.
No, that's not the issue. You can insult people all you want on stream. I mean, people do it all the time.
Yeah.
You can't use a certain list of words because Twitch has decided that is disparaging towards certain groups.
Yeah.
So that's how it's played. You play by their rules.
That's it. You want to be on their platform, you play by their rules. He says I'm never going to use their platform again. When the other option is YouTube, which is pretty much the same. They're going to tell you the same thing. You can't say that word on YouTube either.
Oh, they're not. YouTube will let you do whatever the hell you want.
You can say the F word while you stream?
I'm pretty sure you can do whatever you... Look at their videos. You can say whatever you want on their videos. You can say the F word. You can say the N word. YouTube won't fucking ban you for that shit.
That's true. You're right. I totally forgot about that.
Zoe Berger, remember her? On Twitch, they banned her for, her thottery. Went straight to YouTube with her thottery. They're like, okay, cool. Do whatever you want. Twerk on stream. Sell your nudes. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's true. They are about the profits too. Interesting. But because they virtue signal like a motherfucker, dude. That's what Google does. So that's why I thought maybe they would be along the same lines.
YouTube's trying to increase their profitability. So right now they don't care.
All right.
They're going to do whatever.
And then after that, he released an apology. After that, he said that his damage control people were asking him to make a statement But he's like, I'm just gonna write it in my own words instead of them writing something. He said like, I needed to cool down, and they had every right to ban me for violating their terms. And I'm sorry to any of my fans if you thought that I'm a shitty person for what I did. Pretty much saying like, in the moment he was upset. Then later on he reflected on it, and he's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that because I don't agree with that.
So that says not. What are we looking at?
It says, as for Twitch, they had a right to ban me. Let's see here.
Damage Control had asked him not to make a statement.
Oh, they told him to not make a statement. Okay.
Figures.
Well, they probably said make a statement, but say that we told you not to make a statement.
Okay.
Dude, you can't take. They're all liars.
Get your tinfoil hat.
They're all fucking liars.
Someone get his tinfoil hat.
They're all liars, right? But yeah, there it is. Side grade with that deadmau5 shit. Nice. But yeah, that's what happened with deadmau5. So who knows if he'll come back to Twitch.
Who knows? I mean,
going to focus on cubes and music. I don't know what that means. What's a cube?
Me neither, but I mean, I don't even know if he streamed that much, to be honest.
No, but he's like known for playing PUBG and Diablo and stuff like that. So,
and I mean, he's known for being a toxic little piece of shit. So
yeah,
I mean, on Twitter and everywhere. So I mean, I'm really not surprised that he got banned.
Yeah. All right. So there it is. Sorry to you, deadmau5 fans.
Ripperoni.
Today, 4 days ago, NASA will officially say goodbye to the little rover that could, the Mars Opportunity rover. It was supposed to only last 90 days, and it marched on for 14 years. I read somewhere 15 years, but a Mars dust storm just fucking killed our little robot buddy, dude. Our Wally. Our Mars Wally. This fucking podcast brought to you by Claritin D, by the way. Somehow. Dude. How fucking crazy is that it was supposed to last 90 days and it went 15 fucking years?
I'm really surprised by that it's managed to last that long. I'm not surprised that, I mean, it had enough to like always get enough solar energy and stuff like that, but I'm just surprised the electronics held up that long.
I know.
And then it's crazy. And what's funny too is it's like people always think the Mars rover is so small.
No, it's like the size of a car.
It's a huge fucking thing.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, because it seems like it when you look at it, but it's like the size of a car,
right.
like a small SUV even. But yeah, its last message was my battery is low and it's getting dark. Is that what is that for real, or is that what people have said?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Because I've seen the memes.
I don't think it sends text messages.
I don't think so either, dude. That's why I think people made that into a meme. But do not go gentle into that good night. What does that mean? That's a quote from Tony Stark.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Okay. From Avengers Endgame. Oh, that's what it is. Somebody told me that it was the last transmission from Rover, the Mars rover.
Of course.
People don't know their memes, dude. But anyway, rest in peace, F's in chat for our boy Rover. Dude, I saw this fucking article and I knew we had to talk about it. Research.
Is it haptic dick sleeves?
No, it might be better.
I don't care about it.
What about mind-controlled haptic dick sleeves? Because that's what we're looking at.
That could be good.
Researchers create rat cyborgs that people control with their minds. So they made this fucking cybernetic apparatus. They put it into a rat, okay? Then they made something where you put it in your brain and with electrical impulses, with shoulder shrugs and winks, they were able to control a rat to go through a maze. So when they wanted to go left, they would shrug their shoulder. When they wanted to go right, they would like blink their eyes or something, and it would make the rat do it. I don't know if it's through suggestion, but they said that it was like changing its instincts with this kind of stuff, and they want to try to do human to human kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is too much for me. I'm just gonna end game myself when stuff like this starts becoming a reality.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
I don't want to be a part of the world at that point.
I mean, what is that? What are the implications of this, dude?
Dude, with this is just gonna bolster so many more. Well, because I mean, it's gonna bolster a lot of conspiracy theories, but this is like going into the realm of making conspiracy theories reality.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm gonna commit toaster and bathtubs.
Like, Do you really want to live in a world where literal mind control is a realistic possibility?
Dude, there's
I don't
mind
know if I do.
control, there's
I don't,
deep fakes.
dude. I don't know if I want deep fakes.
Yeah, that's what they call
Uh,
that shit. The fucking
What deep fakes?
You
No,
never
that's
heard
the
of that?
porn.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can do that. That'll be a part of it. Dude, my dog is literally gonna tip over my fucking. Hey, fuckface, get out of here, man. Fucking dog.
Someone call PETA.
I'll fucking. Hey, I'll make you into moccasins. Alright, next piece of news. BioWare reiterates that it's not done with Mass Effect. I think people
That's interesting.
after Anthem were like, fuck, man, now if this game doesn't do well, we're never gonna get a Mass Effect. But BioWare's like, hell no, man, we're gonna keep making Mass Effect games, and it's very
That's
much
interesting
alive.
because it wasn't BioWare wasn't like fully involved in Andromeda, wasn't it?
It was a different studio.
EA pulled at a different studio and
Yeah.
was like, "We're putting out another one. BioWare, go do something else."
Yeah, exactly. So they need to bring back the old writers for ME, says Prince. But there's a lot of stories to be told. We could pull on threads, put down with Andromeda. We could pull on threads for Mass Effect 3. There's a lot of interesting space to be explored. In my mind, it's very much alive, says Hudson. So, I mean, that doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like they're developing.
No, it doesn't sound like anything's in development or nothing they want to talk about.
They are developing a new Dragon Age game, though. So the next Mass Effect game won't be for a long fucking time, it seems. But it's not dead, at least. Yay. Yeah.
Well, until EA kills BioWare.
Well, then they'll just make their own studio and we'll be back at it again. All right, next piece of news. American parents say their children are speaking in British accent after watching too much Peppa Pig. This is not a problem, all right? This is a solution, all right? I want Donnie to be speaking British English. It's going to be fucking awesome, dude. This is the reverse of that other guy. Remember the guy?
Oh man, the guy that played way too many hours with people online and changed his accent.
Yeah, he was Welsh and he started speaking more Canadian American English because of the people that he played with. That's so funny, dude.
There's it's interesting. Peppa Pig. I think that was one of them. There was a thread on Reddit. And apparently, there's lots of parents that have stopped letting their kids watch Peppa Pig
Because of this?
No,
No.
not because of this.
Goddamn redcoats.
Because this and Kalui or whatever the other one's called, Caillou, what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Is because the attitudes of the characters. Like, people were saying, basically every show of Peppa Pig revolves around her whining, complaining about a problem until
it gets resolved by other people.
Until it gets resolved.
Yeah, she's a bitch, dude.
And that, what was the kid's name? Caillou? Caillou.
Oops.
And then Caillou just has a horrible attitude, apparently.
Yeah, there's a lot of from what I've seen from the episodes, there is that going on where it's like he's angry, and then the parents have to tell him like, "Hey, it's not good to be angry. Be nice." And it kind of maybe I get it.
He gets his way.
He gets his way at the end of the day.
Because what it boiled down to was people were saying they had to stop their kids from watching this, and it improved their attitudes, like by keeping them from watching these shows.
What?
Yeah, because they noticed they were having bad behavior, and after so they started, paying attention to what was going on, and they're like, oh, these bad attitudes are being reflected in these shows, so they stopped them from watching the shows, and the attitudes improved.
There was this one thing about Peppa Pig that was going around, because I've never watched it, but there was one where she was calling her friend, and her friend was like, not bragging, but just like kind of like talking to her about like how something awesome happened. She's like, I'm so happy because this amazing thing happened, and Peppa Pig hung up on her because she was upset that she was like bragging and that Peppa Pig was not having that happy thing happen to her.
Oh my god. See, yeah, and they just so I can understand why parents are not letting their kids watch these kind of shows.
Yeah.
Who writes these kind of shows?
I don't know, man.
Like, it's like, this is complete trash.
Yeah. And well, now American kids are having fucking British accents. That's hilarious, dude. Say started to speak in a British accent pretty quickly. Her 3-year-old son. We think it's really funny. He will still do it. Yeah,
That's fucking ridiculous. But I mean, that totally makes sense because kids are pretty malleable.
Yeah. Well, and then all that stuff will be fixed in school, but they will be fucking made fun of, probably. People couldn't make it onto the writing team for a sitcom. Yeah, that's what it usually is, these kids shows. It's like it's like you can't do anything but this because it's such simple writing, dude.
And yeah,
Just to think about it,
lower scrutiny.
It's like the simplest thing. Like something bad happens and then they resolve it by being good people. You know? So anyway, next piece of news. Pokemon Go is getting a vastly improved augmented reality photo mode very soon. I don't know if this means
Jesus
anything
fucking Christ.
AR Plus feature that first debuted in 2017. So it's going to be called Go Snapshot. It will expand the photo capabilities in the game. I usually turn that augmented reality when I was playing. I turned it off because it would bog down my fucking phone, dude.
I never used it because it was just annoying to have to aim at the Pokemon while I'm flicking Pokeballs at it.
Yeah, and then I'm like aiming at like a fucking McDonald's sign because it's like, where is the fucking thing, dude? And then yeah, so there's a new AR mode. I guess this is the kind of stuff that you'll see.
So you can take pictures.
You can just take fun pictures, especially with that that new Pokemon movie coming out, the Ryan Reynolds Pikachu one.
Detective Pikachu.
There it is. I guess people will be into shit like this. Ty says, I let my daughter watch Disney Junior. It seems better. Okay. The AR like 5x my battery. It was awful. Yeah, dude. That's what it does. The augmented reality mode just kills your battery and bogs down your phone. So fuck that. But hopefully this will be better, I guess. Epic Games may have a better chance of victory in court now. U.S. copyright has denied Carlton actor copyright for his dance. So,
ooh.
Yeah, all that shit that we found out about him, you know, pretty much his whole case was pretty much thrown out. There was one thing that they kept in.
This is like, so he's now tried to apply for copyright of the dance.
Yeah, he sued them before having it.
So the copyright office has said, no, we're not going to give it to you. So
yeah.
I wonder why specifically, but it might be because, I mean, now look, like you want to go retroactively copyright it, you know.
So to clarify, he filed the lawsuit before having a copyright to his dance. So he didn't even have the copyright yet. I didn't even know you could do that. I thought you'd have to have it first before the court would be like, yeah. Which I guess you could file the lawsuit, then the court will dismiss it. But
it's real different because copyright is like when you make something, there's like a sense of intrinsic copyright. You don't have to have it like officially there. Yeah. Like if you make a video, post it on YouTube, someone can't then go take that video and use parts of it to create like a commercial.
Yeah.
You can go sue them because you're like, they're infringing on my copyright, even though you haven't officially gone and been like, hey, I'm going to register this video. You know what I mean?
The main reason given is that the Carlton is a simple dance routine and therefore, quote, not registrable or as a choreographic work, with the office citing Congress stipulation that current copyright law, quote, does not protect all forms of dance or movement, specifically stating that choreographic works do not include social dance steps and simple routines. So what they're saying is this is not choreography, it's just a simple dance move,
right.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, which is something that I had read as well, was that people were discussing, you know, well, when can you copyright dancing?
Yeah.
Like what? And apparently the consensus of opinions was that in order to actually legally copyright dance moves, you have to actually like oh my god,
choreography.
The copyright has to be of like a choreographed dance. It can't just be a simple move. Like,
yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, if there was a little bit extra to the dance, a little bit more maybe, but it's literally a short one. So it was refused. So Backpack Kid and fucking that other rapper, or
Ty brought up a good point in the comparison to Napoleon Dynamite dance.
What about
like
that one?
That could be copyrighted?
Yeah, because it's a full dance choreography.
It's a full dance. It's got intricate moves and precise moves.
Yeah.
Whereas Carlton's is a simple, just a simple movement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like doing the funky chicken or the twist. You can't fucking copyright that. It's just a move, according to the copyright office. So there you go, Carlton. Get wrecked.
And I feel like that's gonna apply for all the entirety of the lawsuit.
Yeah, really so that's what I'm saying. Backpack Kid and that rapper guy that was also suing them, they're all gonna get fucked. So no one's gonna make any money from it.
On copyright grounds more than likely.
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna say, well, you can't really copyright this, so
yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Next piece of news. Metro Exodus preload for existing Steam pre-order customers will happen. According to this is from their Twitter. And so if you had bought it from Steam, you can preload on Steam. I don't know how that works.
Me neither.
But if you bought it via the Epic Games Store, you cannot preload it. I don't know how that works. I really don't know how that works. But it's a huge mess with this Metro Exodus game.
It is a huge mess. Huge fucking mess.
Did you see the
whoever made this decision is under some heavy scrutiny in the office.
Well, it had to do with money. That's all it was. They're like, oh shit.
Right, but this whole fiasco is going to potentially cost them money. So,
well, it cost them money and stickers because check this out. The physical copy of Metro Exodus literally has a sticker over it. So they had already made the boxes for Metro Exodus with the Steam logo on it, and then they just put a sticker of the Epic logo on top of it.
This is insane.
I mean, I can't believe it, dude. I mean, first of all, physical copy, what year is it? And then second,
right,
you know?
Yeah, but still, like, whoever, like, I get it that someone walked into the office and was like, hey, if we go, Epic wants to speak exclusive to them. If we do it, we get more money, more of the sales,
Yep.
People are going to buy our game regardless is what they're thinking. So we do it through them, we get more revenue share. Except for that, I don't think they expected there to be this much backlash. And I think this is going to cost them more money than what they would have gained from the exclusivity of the Epic Store.
That's it. And this guy, at Robot Brush on Twitter, posted this. It's a picture of exactly what we're talking about, and I can't believe it. I mean, the manpower it took to have each box covered with a sticker. You got, printing the sticker, giving it to someone putting it on the box. It's not automated, that's for sure. None of that is automated. But interesting. Rest in peace, Metro Exodus. Next piece of news. Tencent in talks to bring Apex Legends to China.
Ooh.
There was another article that I saw where Tencent was bidding to buy what? What were they bidding to buy, dude? Oh, they were going to invest $150 million into what? What was it?
Reddit.
We
talked about it last
that's
week,
right.
John.
You talked about it. That's where it's from. I don't know. There's too many things going on in life. But yeah, here's Tencent just ready to fucking put that battle royale into China.
Hell yeah, they are. Especially if it involves a battle royale, they pretty much control the market on battle royales in China. They own like all of them.
I mean, pretty much all they have to do is just sit at a table with a blank check and be like, all right, EA and Respawn, check this out. We have unlimited money. You guys like money. And we're ready to write you a check. So you just tell me exactly what number needs to be here for you to make this happen. And that's what will happen. So, yeah. And it's going to blow up as much as it did in China because we're all the same kind of people at the end of the day. They need to region lock them on Reddit, says Prince.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
They seriously need to region lock Apex. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So... there it is. I don't know exactly how that's going to happen. Are they going to wine and dine them? Are they going to, bring some ladies into the room? What kind of mafia shit is going to happen? But long story short, Apex Legends will be in China soon, and it will be because of Tencent. You heard it here first.
Probably. Let's be honest.
I mean, come on. The kind of checks that they can write, dude. Are you kidding me?
Tencent just fucking owns everything, dude.
Disney proved to everybody that if you have a large enough bank account,
checkbook, you can do whatever
the fuck you want, dude. George Lucas, give me Star Wars, no problem. Marvel, give me that shit. Okay, thanks. See you guys. Bye. Right off to the sunset. All right, next piece of news. Heroes of the Storm Twitch viewership plummeting.
Whoa!
What?
What?
How did that happen? Can we verify?
Nonsense.
But yeah, it's not doing well, dude. It's not doing well at all. All their viewership is just plummeting to, Team Liquid breaking them off. Here we go. According to Sully Gnome, one of the largest third-party sites for tracking Twitch viewership across the platform, the event, which was a Heroes Invitational, only had 1,700 people watching it.
Oh. These are like battle right numbers.
John said it would be fine when we talked about this a couple months ago. I said it'll be fine in the long run. That it'll eventually come back with the resurgence.
It's not coming back, John.
2019.
This game is so dead. It's so dead. It's sharing a grave with battle right.
I think 2019 it'll come back because it's a Blizzard at the end of the day. But yeah, there's not much. It says roughly 4,000 Heroes of the Storm related streams averaged roughly 4,057 viewers on any given day. Meanwhile, meaning if there were 100 different individuals broadcasting, each one averaged about 40 viewers. Yeesh.
More people are watching Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Yeah, the old school one.
Than Heroes of the Storm right now. Right now.
Yeah.
Just want everyone to know that more people are watching Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Yeah. So that's it. What is this article Prince just tossed in?
It's because there's a tournament going on.
It says Respawn and Chappie's creator keen for Apex Legends tie-in. I am down. Oh, okay. He just said I'm down.
Oh, hell, nice. They're gonna put Chappie in the game after someone.
A Chappie
people
skin.
already called it Chappie.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Chappie skin incoming, boys.
A lot of people ask me this. I am down. Yes, and then Vin Zampella, the I think CEO of Respawn. I don't know, community manager. I don't know what he is.
Good research there, John.
Oh yeah, Respawn CEO Vin Zampella. He says I am also down. So there you go. That's all you need to do. But yeah, HOTS dead, dying. Bye.
HOTS dead. People that worked for Blizzard dead.
Dead.
Jobs dead.
Everyone's dead.
American economy dead.
All right, next piece of news, man. Socialism on the rise. Why the Division's biggest YouTuber is worried about the Division 2. I saw this is one of the reasons why I thought Division 2 wasn't going to do so well is because a lot of the content creators and people that were diehard Division fans, like they were still playing the first Division, have been saying that they're just done with they can't, that this isn't a new enough, cool enough change in the franchise to make them keep playing. He spends 80% of his beta analysis video on stuff that's wrong with the Division 2, a hugely important sequel for Massive and Ubisoft. That's something that needs to be examined further. Donnie's going buck wild over there.
Calm down, Donnie.
I don't know what happened. Something happened. But what do you think? Do you think that the Division...
See, I didn't play the Division at all, so I don't have really many opinions. We should probably just get someone to talk about it a couple months after the release.
Yeah, I played the first Division, but after everybody stopped playing it. That's when I played it. And I thought it was fun, but then I got really, really bored of it, quickly, because it felt repetitive to me. It was just like, okay, I just need to find a better gun. It's a shooter-looter grinder.
You have to like looter shooters or any loot grinding game to like any of those games. Destiny, Division, Anthem, Diablo, like all of those games. Warframe, you gotta like the grind.
Yeah.
In my opinion, usually.
He was saying that nobody was playing the PvP combat. He says no one really seems all that interested in PvP combat, opting to simply hide by turrets or flee entirely from combat. And Marco wasn't able to recreate any of the kind of crazy Dark Zone encounters the first game provided. And
that's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard because I had to talk about the Anthem demo in the aspect of it being a demo.
Yeah. Later
finding out, what was going to be included in the full game and to draw comparisons. The problem is, you can't directly compare what you were doing in the full game of the previous title with the beta. Like that sounds like an organic thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
I'd say we give it like a month and then have someone come on and talk about it.
yeah, and then he said that there was bugs that have been carried over from the first division, like the ability of players to shoot from fully behind cover, hitting enemies without being able to hit or be seen themselves. And then there was one where he said in the dedicated PvP modes, the time to kill is now quicker. And so him and his hardcore friends were just obliterating everybody and there was no challenge. I don't know. Much of these complaints are just like, dude, I think you're done with the game. You know what I mean? Like, I think you're done with this game personally. So maybe you need to just like not play this game anymore, because these are the kind of complaints that people that are diehard into the game,
right?
You know, might have.
Yeah, we'll have to find someone to give a review about it because I'm probably not going to play it, so I won't be able to.
Well, like I said, we'll wait a little bit. The game hasn't even released yet fully, so we'll wait for it to release. And then once it's out for a little bit, then we'll know. We'll know exactly what it's all about. So do not pre-order. There you go. Next piece of news. Tetris Battle Royale. You fucking ready, dude?
Tetris 99.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, apparently my friend has been playing it, Lee.
Yeah, so the idea of Tetris 99. The idea of Tetris Battle Royale or Tetris 99 is 100 people or 99 people play all at once. While you're playing, it'll randomly select one of the 99 people as your enemy. All right?
Okay.
And when you make a line or a clear or whatever the fuck gives you points in this game, you add shit on the other guy's screen. So the idea is to knock him out.
Oh, interesting.
And then once you knock him out, you'll get another opponent that's one of the random 99 until there's literally only 2 people left and there's one person. And there's this one guy on YouTube that wife and I were just like watching him. His name was Wombite or something like that. Wombite Tetris YouTube. Holy shit, dude. He was fucking destroying everybody. Oh, I guess he's the Tetris World Champion. That's why.
Well, I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it, John?
I can't really find his thing. But he's won like 150 games in a row or something like that. So, yeah. The Battle Royale you thought you'd never wanted.
That nobody did want. But apparently people are playing it.
There you go. First Apex, now this. What do you want to do, baby? All right, next piece of news. Apex Legends revitalizes Titanfall 2 player count. A lot of people have been saying it's a good game, that we should play it.
What? Titanfall 2 is a great game.
And now I'm kind of like curious on how good of a game it is.
No, it's a good game, John. Play it.
I mean,
it's cheap. It's only like $20 on Origin or something.
I'm kind of interested in the multiplayer aspect of it to see what that's like, but I'm definitely not interested in. I'm not interested in the story mode.
Okay, well,
don't
play it, John. Calm down, okay?
Only because of how cringy the fucking characters are in Apex Legends. They're so lame.
Oh, that's not. That's nothing like Titanfall.
It's not.
Like,
They're not. They don't have the same kind of idea where it's like a.
No. There's no. This is a futuristic military type game.
Yeah.
The Apex Legends, I think, given the atmosphere of like Overwatch and stuff and Fortnite, I think they just wanted to go in a direction with a game, a battle royale that had a lot of character.
Oh, that had personalities because
that had personality, stuff like that. So the Titanfall is not cartoony like the characters are in Apex Legends or anything like that.
Yeah. Kaiser says, "What's next? League of Legends Battle Royale?" But, dude, that's gonna fucking happen, dude. That's gonna happen. That's Battle Royale.
25 players, one rift.
Yeah, see what happens. No shopping. All right, next.
So yeah, I mean, I even seen and Danielle, who we still need to have on the podcast.
Yeah.
Attack
of the Lady.
Attack of the Lady.
Yeah.
She has streamed Titanfall in the past or whatever, but recently she's been streaming it again with Apex out.
Yeah.
So like I know other Titanfall 2 players and stuff have started playing Titanfall 2 again with Apex coming out, and it reminded them that, oh, I like Titanfall 2, let me go play that.
Yeah, I think the main problem with Titanfall was because the first one sucked, nobody played second one.
It was that time of the release and marketing.
But
it just
yeah.
was a storm that shat on the release of Titanfall 2, which sucks because it's a good game.
Yeah, it is. And apparently they doubled their players, not by much. It was like averaging from 700 to 1600. Now it's like 4,000. So
sure, the game was deader than battle, right?
It's still pretty dead, yeah. Yeah, so that's it. Next piece of news. What's going on with the Steam game Astroneer? Apparently now data mining if you accept the end user license agreement, the EULA. So there's a game called Astroneer on Steam. They released this random update out of nowhere, and you would have to like accept it, and then all of a sudden it was data mining your computer. As of yet, there's no known third party.
What game isn't these days?
Well, it says
at this point.
So in the EULA, there's a part, their new EULA, that says third-party software, analytics tools, and ad serving technology and information collection and usage. That you're accepting that we do all that.
Yeah.
So people are like, "What the fuck?" Like, no, what is this? And it's still on Steam. So
yeah. Which means, like that comment says, like ad serving.
Yeah, and there it is, and it's still on Steam, so it hasn't been removed.
Oh, isn't that the game that's like No Man's Sky, but you like better?
It looks like I don't think it's better. No Man's Sky is good now.
I don't believe you.
It's good now. It's just not your game, but it's good now. I promise.
Don't talk to me, John.
It looks exactly like No Man's Sky Light. That's what it looks like.
It's like Subnautica and No Man's Sky.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Well, apparently they want to sell your fucking information to the Chinese government or some shit.
Yeah, or put ads in your game.
Yeah. Or data mine your computer for fucking, what is that shit called? Bitcoin? We'll see how it goes.
Oh, use your GPU to mine Bitcoin. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're doing that.
They better not. Keep your hands off my computer, bitch. Alright, next piece of news. Paradox may be teasing a new Vampire the Masquerade game with a dating app ARG. Did you ever play the
No.
Vampire the Masquerade? It was known for its time.
Is it a dating sim?
No. It's like a fuck. How do I explain it? It's like the game is a tabletop RPG that they put into a video game universe, and in the game you could do stuff that it's supposed to be like open world vampire RPG taking place in a city.
Okay. I think we may have actually talked about that before.
Yeah, it was actually that game, Vampire the Masquerade, the original one, which was in the early 2000s, was known as being ahead of its time when it came to facial animations. Like some of the facial animations were still like to this day people are like, fuck, how did they do that back then? But they're saying that they might make a new game, which is cool for people that are into that universe. My buddy is, but nothing much else.
Sorry.
You're sorry? What do you mean?
I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's it.
That you have a buddy that's into it.
So that's it. If you guys know about Vampire the Masquerade, there might be a new game coming, right? That's the news.
All I'm seeing is vampires in schoolgirl uniforms.
That's pretty much
like
it.
The stripper.
That's like one of the characters.
Uniforms.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of vampire stuff, like vampiric council and like what kind of vampire you are, what kind of clan of vampire. You know, it's all that stuff. So, yeah. Next piece of news. Valve updates Steam VR because Beat Saber players are too fast. Dude, did you ever get to play any of this shit? I never got to play Beat Saber.
No, because I don't have a VR.
Yeah, I don't either. But, do people still like these fucking beat games, man? I remember Guitar Hero was like the shit. It was like revolutionary, and then it just kind of became Osu and this and other things.
Dude, people love these kind of games. These kind of games will never die.
Yeah,
because people continue to think of interesting ways. There's just more ways to make them. There's about a bazillion and two mobile games
that are like this. Rhythm games. That's
like
what they're called. Yeah,
rhythm games. So I mean, like, no, the rhythm games will never die.
But it all started from Guitar Hero, right? That was like the first of them all.
Oh no!
No, actually, Parappa the Rapper.
Dance, John.
Dude, Parappa the Rapper was first, for sure.
Was Parappa the Rapper before Dance Dance?
Let's see. Parappa the Rapper release date. Dance Dance. Okay, December 6, 1996.
Okay. Yes.
And then Dance.
I didn't realize
Hell
Parappa
yeah.
was that fucking old, dude. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was PS4, wasn't it? Yeah, look at that. PS2. Dance Dance Revolution.
It's a decade older than Dance Dance, I think, right?
November 2010. Where was the maybe we can find out. Google, what is the first?
I don't know. I want to find out when the arcade games first came out that were like that.
Let's see how I spelled it incorrectly, but Dance Aerobics was released in 1987. Allowed players to create music by stepping on Nintendo's Power Pad.
There we go.
So that was
That's
the first one. Then Parappa the Rapper came out. So no one played the first one, but people played the second one. Check the arcade versions. I think that was 2004. Okay, so 87 was the first one. Then 96 was Parappa the Rapper. Hell yeah, dude. Okay. Parappa the Rapper.
So the idea was the Nintendo thing first.
Exactly. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, so there's that. Next piece of news is Hollow Knight is getting a sequel.
Oh, T's gonna be excited.
PogChamp for everybody that loves Hollow Knight, and I think a lot of people do. I've never played the first one. I heard it's really
I still want to go play it because it looks really good.
Yeah, finally the Hollow Knight news. People excited. Some guy saying, I hope this is $20 because $10 is not enough for the devs.
Damn, people asking to be charged more for the game.
It's funny, dude. I always confuse this game with Shovel Knight.
No, Shovel Knight's fun though.
Yeah, I heard Shovel Knight's good, but Hollow Knight's not the same. T said he never finished it, and he put his sad crying face.
Wow, we're disappointed.
What a loser. Anyway, though, that's it. Hollow Knight's coming with a sequel. All right. Next piece of news. Pokemon Go lawsuit settled might lead to some Pokestops and gyms being removed. So this lawsuit started in 2016 when everybody left their house to play Pokemon Go, and people that didn't know anything about Pokemon Go were like, why are there a bunch of people here when there usually isn't? And why are they all on their phones? Because that's pretty much what happened. But when that happened, a bunch of homeowners in California were, obviously rich fucks. They were upset about it because there was complaints of nuisance, trespassing, and they were demanding that they remove Pokestops or gyms. And the way that Pokestops and gyms work in the game, the people that made the game also made this other fucking game that's similar. I forgot what it's fucking called, dude.
That they basically used to gather data.
Yeah, they
Pokemon Go. They used like Google Maps and a bunch of other stuff to like geolocate all sorts of things.
It's usually art pieces or public places. So public art pieces, churches. If there's like a mural, like on the side of a building, that would be a Pokestop.
Yeah, restaurants.
Yeah. Like
there's a river walk in my city where it's like there's nothing really there. It's just people walk next to the river and there's a pavement and some benches.
Yeah.
But there was tons of like Pokestops there and stuff, other stuff like that.
Yeah, because it has like art, probably has like 2 or 3 statues.
It's just because it's like it's a public place that people go regularly, and so they know all that information.
Yeah, so what I mean to say is they didn't like say this will be a Pokestop and that will be. No, it was just like all this data, and they were like anything that meets this criteria of like being a public place, being an art piece or whatever. These are all going to be Pokestops, and all these are going to be gyms, And that led to a lot of people just like walking on fucking owners of single family residential properties, like just walking into their house, like their backyard and shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, y'all got a Squirtle in here?
Yeah, I saw a fucking Squirtle in your backyard, dude. They're also working with user reviewers and mapping services like Google Maps to also mitigate any problems, plus maintaining a mechanism so that park authorities can request park hours of operation be honored. So people would go in when the parks were closed.
Yeah.
They would leave their trash, like, all the shit that shitty people do,
I'm just surprised it's taken this long for, like, this stuff to start, like, making headway.
Yeah. Look at this guy. Some residents in villas of Positano condos located in Florida describe players as zombies walking around bumping into things.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah, just fucking getting hit by cars and shit because you're looking for your Pikachu. It's funny, dude. If the settlement is accepted by the judge, named plaintiffs in the lawsuit will receive $1,000 each. So, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Get in on that lawsuit. Get that G, baby. Did you ever play any of the Crackdown games?
I didn't.
Well, the third Crackdown game will not have competitive multiplayer.
Oh, I didn't even know they had competitive multiplayer.
I didn't either, but I think I've heard this game. It says not for day one. Stay tuned for updates on our plans post-launch. So, I don't even know what the fuck this game's all about. Obviously, it's at the end of our news, so who gives a fuck? But yeah.
It's a fairly old game series.
Yeah, I've heard of it before, but I just don't know what the fuck it is. Like, it's a shooter game. Is it,
First one came out in 2007. Yeah, it's a shooter game. It's like third-person shooter. It's like it's open world. It's open world, third-person shooter, basically.
Yeah,
right?
It says co-op through the city together as private super agents making their own buddy cop movie. While players will get to run around Crackdown's open world together, it doesn't seem they'll be able to do everything in the game together. So yeah,
gotcha.
That's all it is. It's
like
super
cops.
It's like a Just Cause game. Okay, so you're like
yeah. I think.
I guess that makes sense.
Except the new one's got Terry Crews in it.
Ooh. All right. That's it. So for all you diehard Crackdown fans that I know exist on this podcast, no multiplayer.
Maybe I should get.
There's two people that are like, "What the fuck, man?" That's it. Everyone else is like, "Okay." Next piece of news. Battlefield 5 update with a new free co-op mode is out now. Did anybody hear about it? No, because no one is playing this game. But there's a new co-op.
Oh, John.
There's a new co-op mode, dude. Are you excited?
Everyone just hates women.
Dude, what? Yeah, well, obviously. They don't have phones and they hate women.
Clearly.
The thing about this is, weren't they going to have a fucking Battle Royale mode?
They mentioned it at E3. They said it's not going to launch with it, but they are working on Battle Royale.
It's been so long and no one's playing their game. I'd say don't even make the Battle Royale mode. But, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, I got bad news.
What?
I think this is the first day it's happened. Fortnite finally retook viewer count over Apex.
Yeah, because the kids were like, I'm bad at this game. I'm just going to go back to doing what I'm good at. That's why. That's literally why. They were literally getting... Dude, they're so bad, man. They were getting bodied by everybody. Me and T, and I forgot who else. We were just killing everyone and not feeling like we're that amazing. You know what I mean? We were just like, I don't think that it was much of a challenge killing those people because we know we're not like amazing at the game.
Maybe you are, John. Maybe you're just that good. Maybe you should go pro and you just don't realize it.
Yeah, maybe they're into building buildings. That's the whole reason. Daimi says Battlefield 5 is sick. Yeah, well, you and like 12 of your friends might think so, but nobody else does.
I'm trying to even find it on the Twitch front page, and I don't know if I'm blind.
Battlefield?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Battle.
I feel like I'm just missing it.
5 current players count.
John, you're really bad at Google.
I'm the best at Google. How dare you? There's no way. There's no tracker.
No, why would there be a tracker? Most people don't like there being trackers.
Yeah,
on games
Steam
like that.
is the only one that really does it, right? January active player count. Maybe there's a way to check. No, there's no way to check.
Here we go. Whew, there's currently 698 viewers on Twitch.
Okay, so that means...
That's why I couldn't find it on the front page.
So, like, let's say multiply that by 5, 3,000 people playing the game. I don't know.
Nice. Let me just pull this math.
That's called bro math, dude.
Let me just...
Oh, man. That's funny. Okay. Last piece of news. Anthem Early Access immediately hit with widespread connection issues. We already talked about this, but
We didn't talk about the connection issues.
We didn't talk about the connection issues. Have you heard anything about this?
No, but I think everybody that played the demo knew that was coming.
You know what's crazy? People this happened with Apex. They hit up EA's customer support for problems that they had with Apex, and EA's customer support was like, "Oh, it's on your end. We're good. There's no issues on this end." And then Respawn was like, "No, we know the problem. Don't listen to them. Like we're working on it."
Yeah, that was funny to me too, because it was like EA said something, and then Respawn heard EA saying that, and they were like, "No, we know we're working on it. Don't listen to EA, who's just being dicks."
Yeah, and who fucking knows, dude? It's just funny that EA's support group was like, "Oh yeah, it's on your end, dude. It's not us." And then Respawn's like, "No, don't listen to our publisher.
Don't listen to our publisher,
who's in charge of the customer support. I promise you guys, we're taking care of it." So what does that mean? Like, where do I go if I need something done? Do I have to hit them up on Twitter?
No, it means you just can't trust anything EA says.
It's just fucking crazy, dude. It's crazy. And sorry, I was just writing some stuff. Did you hear about the DBD devs being sued because they don't have any Mexican survivors, thus aren't diverse? No.
I didn't hear about the being sued.
Dead by Daylight devs sued over Mexicans. Do you love my Googling?
I love it.
Devs have
I just Googled lawsuit, but
This was last year, though. Notice you are leaving Steam. Okay, I know, man. Chill. Gee, it's Polygon. Bethesda sues Warner Brothers, calls it Westworld game blatant ripoff. No, this is not the same thing. We talked about that, though. Dude, we cover all the good shit. Alright, I don't know where it is. Wait, I got a link to this across.
We're looking for it if we can find anything for next week.
Yeah. It's all good. Next week. Put it in my... Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, Timmy!
Hold on.
That fucking scared me. What the fuck?
Yeah, put it in our podcast discussion in my Discord if you can, Descrossa. I appreciate it.
Did you just kill your dog?
No, but I could. You want me to?
Good lord, that was so fucking loud.
He fucking barks like a seal, dude.
Arr! Jesus.
Anything else?
Legitimately scared me.
I know, it scared me too. There it is. Anything else that you want to cover? I just want to play Apex. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much have just been playing Apex and League. Like I said, I played Dead Game Battle Right, but
yeah,
just for funsies.
I edit nothing, Prince. You should edit that out of the podcast before uploading it. I just can't do it, dude. It'll take so long.
John doesn't believe in editing.
I don't have the fucking time, alright? Listen, it's gonna be there, alright? Just whatever this time is, 1:22, if you're re-listening to it. Everyone else, I'm so sorry that it happened to you, but I just don't have the time to edit the fucking thing. I'm sorry. I love you guys. But yeah. Well, I'm sorry, what you were saying?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Apex and League are like the only games that exist to me right now.
I'm not even playing League. Like I said, I'm just playing Apex. Like, I don't even want to try Anthem. I don't even want to try Division. If they're fun and they're awesome, I might give them a shot later. But right now, the only time I have, I'm just spending it on playing Apex Legends because it's so fucking fun, dude. But I've been getting mad. That's how I know I like the game, because I get mad with it. And I've been an asshole to all the public people that I play with. I'm such an asshole to people. I'll get on the mic and tell them like you suck and stuff like that. I'm becoming toxic as I get older, dude. Is that good or bad?
Do what?
I'm getting toxic as I get older.
I've always been toxic. I don't know. It's probably normal.
That's it.
I'm gonna be, what's it called? Senile when I'm old anyway.
I'll see your Nile. All right, that's it. Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast and being a part of it. We will be back next week with more video game news.
Time to go play Apex.
Apex Legends is what I'm playing every day, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I do that shit because of me, too old for this shit, says Dimey. I know, Ray has made me fucking toxic. He, brings it out of me. But yeah, Apex Legends every day, 3 p.m. I've been playing it Pacific Standard Time. And I have my other podcast with Wife, the Wise and Sassy podcast. If you guys like to laugh and listen to us argue on the podcast, because that's what we do most of the time. And that's pretty much it. Next week, we're going to have Ethan Blevins on again, EM Blevins. And then the week after that, Vesey will return to tell us about his success.
Yeah.
He's going to be a partner soon. So hopefully by the time he comes back.
Big boy. You got them big boy titties now.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that he did your titty stream thing idea?
Yeah.
I was like, sue this man, dude.
That's what next time I'm going to roll into a stream. Bessie, I'm suing you.
We're going to confront
Expect
him.
a message from my lawyer.
We're going to confront him when he comes on the podcast about it. We're going to be like, listen, man, who the fuck do you think you are? Stealing my
Luckily,
idea.
I will say for anyone, this is, it's a joke, but he does, like, every time he talks about it, he always mentions that he got the idea from me.
Yeah, and he's obviously we're joking.
I always think it's funny. I'm like, but yeah,
it blew up for him though. He had like 500 people watching.
Yeah, people are loving it, which is good.
So yeah, since you retired the titty stream, I think
I retired it. Someone had to take up the
Someone had to take it up, and it wasn't gonna be me because I don't think I have the figure for it. You know, I don't have the same figure. But other than that, guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate your love and support. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point Click Podcast. Our salesman.
We pretend people care about our opinions. We pretend people care about our opinions.
There's just a couple of good guys, virtue signaling their life away.
It smells like wet dog. We pretend people care about our opinions. We pretend people care about our opinions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Point Click Podcast. There's just a couple of good guys, virtue signaling their life away. So stay woke, stay fresh,